All right. Barak Yahweh Shah. All right. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And I also want to say peace and blessing to the hopefully elect. I was a Zahab of Spirit Wind Judah. Today I want to go into a second installment of are our fringes going to save us? Okay. So then I'm just going to get into the scriptures. It's Isaiah 64:6. But we are all as an unclean thing, and all our righteousness are as filthy rags. But it says in Isaiah 64:6, we are all as unclean things, man. All our righteousness are as filthy rags, because you're on the vibration of we're going to be saved by coming back to the laws of the Most High. All right. But you're not going to only be saved by coming back to the laws of the Most High. All right. You can't possibly be saved just by coming back to the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. This is Judges, the book of Judges, chapter 5, verse 11. It says, they that are delivered from the noise of archers and the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Most High, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of Yahweh go down to the gates. But it said they shall rehearse the righteous acts. That's the point, man. All right. Do you have a separate house for your wife when she's on a cycle, man? All right. Do you have to work on a Sabbath? All right. We're rehearsing the righteous acts, man. All right. That's part of crying out to the Heavenly Father, man. All right. So from there, I'm going to get on the book of James, chapter 2, verse 10. For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all. So just a few examples I named prove that you're guilty in at least one point. There are over 613 laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High that we have to keep. Are you keeping all 613 laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High? So we can't use the law itself to justify us, man. All right, shoot. From there, I want to get Romans. All right, Romans 8:20. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of who have subjected the same in hope. So we're really subjected in hope. But what does it say about hope? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So it's not just talking about keeping a law. Also, we are the creature, and we're made subject to vanity. So it's inevitable that we're going to go off in the law. All right? James 2:10 again. For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all. All right? So we can't solely be saved by the law. Okay? And from now I'm going to get James 2:18, because this is going to be your rebuttal. This is going to be your retort. Yea, a man may say thou hast faith. That's us, right? The faith-based Israelites, right? And I have works. Show me thy faith without works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. And your definition of works is keeping the law of Moses. But let's see if that's consistent with the scriptures. What is the scriptures? How does the scriptures describe works? Okay, James chapter 2, verse 21. Was not Abraham our father justified by works? Yeah, because he wore fringes, right? That's how he was justified. But let's see. When he had offered Isaac his son upon the altar. Wait a minute. Your whole argument is we're going to be justified by works, all right? Or, we got to keep the laws. That's how we get saved. And the example of works is keeping the law. But according to James 2:21, which I read it again, it says, was not Abraham our father justified by works when he had offered Isaac his son upon the altar? So show me in the law of Moses where you're supposed to sacrifice your firstborn son, or sacrifice your son literally to the Most High. You get a bundle of sticks, set it on fire, throw your firstborn son in there. That's not the works. That's not in the law. So the works just doesn't involve keeping the law. All right, I'm gonna continue on. Verse 22. See thou how faith wrought his works, and by works was faith faith made manifest, and the scripture was fulfilled, which said, Abraham believed the Most High, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness, and he was called the friend of the Most High. All right, I'm going to skip to verse 25. Likewise, also was Rahab the harlot justified by works when she had received the messengers and had sent them out another way. So, where is that in the law when you see messengers? It's not in the law, man. That's not directly in the law, all right? That's not in the law. In the law. Abraham sacrificing his firstborn son, that's not in the law, Moses, man. So you can't justify, you can't just say it works is keeping the law. We have different examples of the works, man. Okay? So, you know, that's just like the main point, man. I'm going to get 2nd Ezra 9 and 7 real quick before I close it out. And I'm quite sure other brothers have, you know, precepts they can add on. 2nd Ezra 9 and 7. And everyone that should be saved should be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. Okay? So you're going to be saved by your faith and your works, man. And your works just doesn't entail, or your works just doesn't include keeping the laws, man. Because if we go by that system alone, we're never going to get saved out of America. All right? But with that, I hope brothers were edified. To the next lesson. Shalom.